This is an inserted video that I'm putting in order to help out Classics 396 students with the Catullus poem number 64, which is the first poem assigned for you to read in the course. Because this is your first assignment, I understand that possibly getting oriented about where to find this poem might be a bit difficult. So I'm inserting this video before the Roman literature video about Catullus poem number 64 so that you'll be able to find it, and then once you've read it, then you can continue on and watch that particular video. So that's why this is breaking into the normal sequence in order to assist you. So let me show you physically where this poem is to be found. First of all, although this is an older edition, this is the Penguin translation of the poems of Catullus. The translator's name is Peter Wigham. Let me show that to you. So you can see it. I'll put it very up close. You can see it right. Let's see if I can get my finger here. Here we go. So right here, Peter Wigham, W-H-I-G-H-A-M. Okay, so that's the name of the translator. Now, probably you will have a copy of the book that is a newer edition. I think probably with a black cover, so it won't look like this likely, but it will still be the same edition. Just it will look differently. Now, the poem itself, as you can see on your syllabus, begins on page 140 of the Wigham translation. So once again, let me show that to you here so that you'll be able to find it. Okay, so these are pages 140 and 141. I'll come up close. And if I can get in here closely. Okay, there you go. You should be able to see right in here that this is poem number 64. Okay, so it says 64 at the top of the page, and down below you can see right into here that it's page 140. Okay, so it's page 140 of the Wigham translation, and it's the 64th poem in the collection of Catullus. If you're using a different translation from this one, or if you're using the Perseus database translation given to you on the syllabus, then you simply have to find poem number 64. It should be easy to find because it's much longer than all the other poems of Catullus. In this translation, it's 20 pages long, in fact. And all you have to find, as we'll talk about more in the next video, is the description of the voyage of the Argo, the ship, and then the story of the marriage of Peleus and Thetis, and then the quilt that is spread out on the marriage bed for the new groom and bride, and the story of Theseus and Ariadne that's depicted on the quilt, then the wedding reception afterwards, and then finally the Song of the Fates. So if you find that poem, as I say, about 20 pages long in this translation, then you're all set. If you have any questions about trying to find this poem, feel free to email me, but hopefully this will make clear where to go. Okay, so once you have that poem, once you've read it, then come on back to the next video in the proper sequence, and you'll hear the first of the literature series videos on Catullus poem number 64. We'll see you next video.